Hey, what's up guys? So today's a pretty good day, just because today Treyarch finally decided to release the 1.04 patch that everybody's been waiting for, just to fix some of the freezing issues among other things. So the patch was actually released last night if you're on the west side, or early this morning if you're on the east side like I am. So I got to play a little bit this morning. And a little bit throughout the day as well, just to try and get a good grip on, or grasp on, the patch and what exactly it did, or what my experiences were. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the patch notes and my experiences. First of all, I'm actually pretty surprised that Treyarch released the patch notes so early, because during the patch 1.03, they didn't release the patch notes until about 2 weeks later. So, but whatever. So obviously, I'm not gonna be able to talk about all of the fixes and everything. I just want to talk about some of the major fixes, and I will also be putting a link to the official patch notes in the description below. So if you want to go check out the full patch notes and fixes and everything, go ahead and check the description out. But anyways, so first of all, they fixed a lot of what I feel like weren't really issues. I mean, maybe not to me because I didn't really experience all of these problems, but they fixed a lot of stuff that I didn't really think needed to be fixed. For instance, they added more time for the bouncing betties. So when you trip a bouncing betty, there's you get a couple more. You get like 1200 milliseconds, I believe it was, before it actually blew up and it would kill you. I didn't really think they needed to do that, because 1200 milliseconds might actually sound like a lot theoretically, but it's not that big of an increase. So I mean, you're not really gonna get out of the way that much by the time you already tripped it. I mean, it would have been nice if they would have limited the like the blast distance a little bit, because it is a little overpowered in my opinion. They also one of the biggest things they did, I feel like, was they increased the UAV points or score for you to get it from 350 points to 425, which it has me scratching my head a little bit, just because I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, maybe Ghost was kind of losing its effectiveness just because people were able to get UAVs pretty easily, but I really didn't think it was that easy to get the UAV in the first place. So like, I find myself now, instead of getting 4 kills, getting 5, even 6 kills before I even get a UAV, which is kind of a big deal to me, because I always use a UAV. There's not a score streak setup that I have where I don't have the UAV. So I'm not a big fan of them doing that. They also, SMGs. If you've ever played this game, you know SMGs are extremely overpowered. Like, it's pretty ridiculous how overpowered they are. But so for all the SMGs, they increased hipfire recoil. They also increased the max hipfire spread. And they also reduced all the bullet penetration on all the SMGs. And for 2 specific SMGs, the MSMC and the PDW57, they increased the recoil slightly. Those all sound good, but from my experience from just playing today, it's not that big of a difference. I feel like the SMGs still work exactly the same. Like this, I'm using an MP7 in this game. This is probably one of my first times I actually used this gun. I just wanted to check out if the SMG recoil or the nerfing of the SMGs was actually legit. And from my experience, it's really not. As you can see from this gameplay, like this is an 84 and 16 gameplay, I think, and this is just using low kill streaks. The majority of my kills are from this SMG, and to me, I can't really tell the difference between pre-patch and post-patch. So I don't really know. For the assault rifles, well, first of all, they basically did something. They tweaked every single class or every weapon type in this patch. So so for assault rifles, for all the assault rifles, they reduced the idle sway for more reliable long-range aiming. Which, yeah, I mean, from what I played earlier, I was using the MTAR. Yeah, it's pretty good. My long distance ability to kill people, I feel like it's improved a little bit. Not drastically where it becomes overpowered, but I do feel like it has improved a little bit. So they also XM8 reduced lethal range at 3-hit kills. XM8 select fire increased recoil. I've never actually used that gun, so I don't know. The FAL select fire increased recoil. Yeah, I mean the FAL didn't really have any recoil to begin with, but so it's good that they did that. The SWAT as well increased recoil. I didn't really think they needed to do that for the SWAT, but whatever. The MTAR made auto aim values consistent with all other assault rifles, and that's something that really irks me a little bit, just because why would they make one gun so inferior to the other guns in the same class? Sniper rifles. So for all the sniper rifles, they increased the hipfire spread, so you can't just be no scoping, which is awesome because I hate when I'm like on a kill streak and I just get no scope just from someone spawning or something. It's just ridiculous. So I'm glad they did that. And the only shotguns they messed with was the R870, and they reduced the kill distance from that, which is just interesting, I guess. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it is a shotgun. You are supposed to get close range, but whatever. And then the pistols, they reduced the headshot multiplier of both the B23R and the Cap 40. I don't really use the pistols that much, but whatever. So one of the major issues as well was the freezing. So did Treyarch really fix all the freezing problems with this game? And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure, because after the very first game I played, it froze on me. Right after the game, right after the scoreboard, like when it goes to the blank screen to go into your like to go back to the lobby, like it froze on me like it usually does. So I was kind of upset about that. But then I was able to restart and go back in, and I really like the connection. So far that I've experienced today was pretty good. If you saw my rant video, I talked about how me and my cousin, whenever we party together, whoever's not the host of the party, their connection always has 3 bars. And we were able to play today, and we were able to have full bars, full green bars, which was awesome. You know, I'm glad they fixed that at least. And just the overall connection just feels so much smoother than it did prior to the patch, which is great, because that was my biggest issue. The freezing, though, still an issue in my opinion. It's frozen on me twice today where I had to hard reset my system. I don't know what's going on there. I haven't really looked up if anybody else is experiencing the same thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have to wait till patch 1.05 if that ever is going to come. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this patch. You know, it was much needed. It's unfortunate that it took a whole month after the game release, but I mean, what can you do, you know? At least I feel like my $60 was pretty well spent now. So, or well, at least much better spent. But yeah, so in this game, this is like my second game, I think. So this is how it really like hit me that the connection was a lot better. Like I said, this is like an 80+ gameplay. No kill streaks, none of the higher kill streaks used. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions or if you liked anything in this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and also leave a comment on your guys' experience on the patch itself. So like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.